Hello, and thank you for watching. I'm Jennifer Bowman with Olympia Piano, and in this short video, I'm going to address a topic I received from a viewer, Abdu, who asked me about finger independence, separating each finger from each other. And so I'd like to just offer 3 ways that you can work on this. One will be a beginner technique, one will be a medium technique, and one will be a more advanced technique. So the beginner technique would be simply to practice playing each finger one at a time. So just put your thumb here on middle C and see, can you lift your thumb up 4 times? Finger 1. Can you do finger 2 4 times, just like that? And so forth. Finger 3. And finger 4. Finger 4 doesn't want to go up as high. Finger 5. Now I'm demonstrating this with a good hand position. When you are first doing this, your hands might not look like mine. Mine has a nice bridge here. It has firm first knuckles. No one's caving. My fingers aren't flat. If you are just starting, do not worry about this perfect hand position. Worry about, can you get one finger up at a time? If your hands look like this and you can lift finger 2 up, great. If you're trying to do finger 4 and finger 5 comes up too, like this, that's okay. Just work on sending the signal to finger 4. And though it sounds strange, when I'm working on independence of fingers and my fingers are not obeying, I talk to my fingers and I say, finger 3, lift up. Just finger 3, everybody else rest. And I'm being 100% serious. When your brain hears you talking to it, it goes through a different neurological channel. And that can be very helpful. So the second thing that I would recommend is I have 15 videos. I've done 15 chapters so far on Boris Berlin's Essential Daily Exercises for Piano. I found this book in a bargain bin in a music store about 10 years ago, and it literally has solidified my technique like I couldn't believe. So I swear by this book. And if you look inside, each chapter, exercise 1 for the independence of fingers. So I would suggest just find the videos I've made on this technique book, and just in the table of contents of the video, you can just skip ahead to exercise 1 on all of them. So I'd work through that. They're all different and they kind of progress as you go along. I just love this book, so highly, highly recommend it. You can buy it anywhere you buy your music. And then finally, as you get more advanced, then I'd suggest taking a measure or 2 measures out of a work by Johann Sebastian Bach, who's one of the greatest composers who ever lived. I'm going to demonstrate here from the Bach Invention, number 1. And this is where we have 2 hands going at the same time and we're training them to do different things. So in this example, I'm training the hand that has the 8th notes to play staccato and the hand that has the 16th notes to play legato. And so when you're first doing this, you really need to do it kind of 1 note at a time. So I'm going to start with the right hand on beat 3, where the right hand goes into 8th notes. You'll see the music above. This is just a photo taken from my own music, so there's some markings on it. Anyway, right hand is going to pop up and the left hand's going to stay glued down to the 16th notes. So I'm just going to play the first 8th note on beat 3 and the first 16th note right after beat 3. Right hand's going to come up and left hand's going to stay glued to the piano, because we're going to have staccato right hand, legato left hand. So once you've done that a couple of times and kind of locked in the opposite moves, right hand up, then we're going to add just 1 more 8th note. So right hand's going to have 2 notes, left hand's going to have 3. Right hand's popping up, left hand is staying glued to the keys, like this. So what are the hands going to want to do? They're going to want to do the same thing. So instead of this, the first few times you try it, it'll probably be more like this. because the left hand wants to do what the right hand's doing. So work through eighth note by eighth note until you reach the end of the measure. So now we're going to add the first eighth note. I'm not going to do the trill on beat 4. So it's going to be up, glue, right hand up, left hand down all by itself, and then right hand up, left hand down. Talk yourself through it. Up, right hand up, left hand down. And then we'll add the final eighth of beat 4. And then kind of the magic number of repetitions is 7. It usually takes 3 or 4 to get it, and that's the mistake we make when we're practicing the piano. We just want to get on to the next thing, but we don't take the time to lock it in. And so repeat that 7 times, and then it gets difficult because then the next measure, the hands switch. So if we start on beat 4, for example, and the right hand's then in measure 2 going to be glued down to the piano because the right hand has the 16th note. And for this, I'm using finger 2, finger 3, and then on that D, I'm actually using finger 5. But you could use finger 4, either 4 or 5. That's a whole other thing. So for this video, I'm going to do 2, 3, 5 is going to be the one that's glued to the piano. So we've got right hand up. Now, right hand's going to go down, left hand's going to pop. What's your hand going to want to do? It's going to want to go like this. They're both going to want to pop. Or it might want to go like this. Right, left hand might want to stay down because that's what it's been doing. So you really have to, again, talk to your fingers, tell them what you want. So right hand up, left hand glue, right hand up. Now right hand down, left hand up, and so forth. So I'd suggest just taking a short snippet every day, maybe 5 minutes. Invention number 1 was what I was doing as an example. You can choose anything by Bach, but I would suggest probably just a 2-voice piece by him as you're working this out. I hope that you found that helpful. That answered your question, Abdu, and please feel free to send me questions in the comments, things you'd like to see addressed. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this and piano technique, piano literature, and I appreciate you watching, and I wish you all the best with your piano playing.